Hi, I'm Stephen Judge, and I'd like to talk to you about sequels. Now, we all know that a sequel that actually matches or even surpasses the original is a pretty rare thing. So many stories are just not designed to be continued. They are self-contained journeys. Think Die Hard, Jaws, American Psycho, or Speed. So it's such a joy when a sequel not only meets the quality bar of the original, but on those amazing, rare occasions, exceeds it. That puts us in the company of The Empire Strikes Back, The Godfather Part 2, The Dark Knight, or Top Gun Maverick. Whether you agree that these surpass the originals, they are all worthy continuations of a bigger narrative. But for me, the sequels that truly achieve the impossible are the ones that not only successfully build on the originals, but do something much, much more special. They make the original movie better. I'm Stephen Judge, and welcome to one example of when sequels improve the original. The film that I think does this the best is the 2017 Denis Villeneuve film Blade Runner 2049. Let's get this out of the way first. Blade Runner is my favourite movie. For me, this is a dream of a film. Like Alice falling into a rabbit hole. A spell that never fails to immerse, intoxicate and transport. So needless to say, I was terrified to watch Blade Runner 2049. Terrified it would sully or dilute the original. What I actually got was something really special. There are many readings of the original Blade Runner. A man lost in a system, sent to kill without question, forced to face his own humanity and find a new way of living. Or an examination of the nature of what it is to be human. Who decides what being alive actually means? Is it just our memories? Or sense of self that makes us who we are? Or, most interestingly, a corporate society so manipulative it creates replicants that are tricked into believing they are human to kill their own kind. Yes, for me, Deckard is a replicant. Not because that is a definitive statement, unless you talk to Ridley Scott, but because it's the most interesting take. A take that I believe Denis Villeneuve based 2049 on. Cleverly, Blade Runner 2049 does not answer the question of Deckard's nature directly, allowing audiences to maintain their preference. However, the subtext I love the most relies on Deckard being a replicant, because the idea I love the most, according to 2049, is that the Tyrell Corporation created Deckard and Rachel for the sole purpose to fall in love, and achieve the one defining human thing that had escaped Eldon Tyrell and Niander Wallace: to procreate. To create a new, self-sustaining race. To become everything a human is, and more. I love this idea. For me, that changes, deepens and enriches the original film. The idea of Deckard as a replicant adds a layer of corporate maliciousness to the film. But this idea adds so much more. It recontextualizes the entire narrative. It makes, dare I say it, Blade Runner 1982 better. Deckard and Rachel are now pawns in a much larger game. Their memories, thoughts and desires predetermined in the ultimate corporate game of greed and power. Both characters united in a deeper, richer way to escape their designers, the corporate overlords, to prove their humanity through love, compassion and independence. An idea that also runs right through the narrative of 2049, as replicant procreation becomes the ultimate threat to humanity, that also sets the groundwork for a war, or more accurately, a reckoning, as slaves rise up to make their masters accountable for their actions. What is most fascinating to me is that this idea is not actually new. or unique to Blade Runner 2049. If we look back to the notorious reshoots, when Deckard and Rachel drove off into unused footage from The Shining, digging deep into those outtakes, and we have this.
I think today has been the best day of my life. You know what else I think? You and I were made for each other.
You and I were made for each other. It's right there, as far back as 1982. A thread that would have its impact felt some 35 years later, in a marvellous sequel that truly makes the original film better. I'm Stephen Judge, and thank you for watching.